Alright, hi, this is Dylan and welcome to my daily trading analysis video. So today is a Tuesday, 14th of October. So we're gonna go through a few currency pairs right here. Firstly, let's start off with the dollar against the Japanese yen. Alright, so this is 4-hourly chart. So we can see that price after reaching the high of 110, it start to fall, it start to retrace. Due to a global economic slowdown, which boosted the demand for safe haven assets such as the yen itself. So right now price has fell all the way to the price of 106.70, and that's where we see a rebound. Basically that level itself is also a final exhaustion level being measured using a Fibonacci expansion. So we probably the reason for it to rebound is probably a take profit level where most of the short traders has actually took. So this is probably why we see a rebound. Alright, zooming into the 1-hourly chart. Alright, so what we want to see, or rather what we want to know, is how far will the price retrace from this downward trend in the smaller time frame. So we can always do a Fibonacci retracement. Alright, put it all the way down, the 38.2% level at 107.94, or to round it off 108 would be the price that price may begin to continue the minor trend of a falling trend itself. So that is the first level, and if it breaks above the 108, then we might be seeing an end to the major retracement for the dollar against the yen. Alright, but if not, we are actually looking at the price of a 106 as the first 106.50 as the first support level for price rebound. And of course the next level, which is the Fibonacci retracement level of 50% at the price of 105.42. Alright, that is actually the key support level that I'm looking at for price to make a real rebound and appreciate all the way up, following back on the major trend itself. Alright, so that's for dollar against the yen. Now we take a look at the euro against the US dollar. So again, price has reached a low of 1.2500. So then again, it rebounded off, retraces, touches the very first final exhaustion level at the price of 1.2780. All right, to round it off, 1.2780. So we see this there's a take profit going on over here. So price came down again and it went up. So the moment it went up, it actually got before it even touches the previous high on the minor trend itself, it came down, it got pulled back all the way down. Alright, so but the thing is that we have to acknowledge that it has yet to touch, it has yet to go back to the previous level over here. So we might be able to expect price to retrace a little bit further, at least till it touches the price of 1.2780. Alright, of course if it breaks even higher, the next level that we're going to look at is 1.2969, or probably the whole number of a 1.3 thousand. Well, of course that is the key resistance level I'm looking at to go back to a short, and that might be where the major trend will resume again. Alright, and of course if it breaks lower below the 1.2500 level, it's a lot more way down, and I will not touch on that until I see price fall all the way back to the previous low at 1.2500. Alright, next we're going to touch on the pound against the US dollar. So what we're seeing here is that well, let's go into the weekly chart first. A very quick recap is that price has broken below 200 moving averages. So previous week itself, it appreciate a little bit, right, touches the 200 moving average and got pulled back again. So that is a sign that price is still pretty much bearish, and we are looking more on the downside. Alright, so coming back to the 4-hourly chart itself, price is still pretty much uncertain of whether to go up or down, but the key thing is that later on we're gonna have something else at 4:30 p.m. in Singapore time +8 GMT, which is the CPI for the pound, right, the inflation data for the pound itself. So we might be able to expect a disappointing data for the inflation because of a slowdown, of an economic slowdown in the eurozone, and euro is one of the biggest trading partner for the UK, I would say so. So right now I think we should just wait for the data itself before we actually decide on anything. And next we have the New Zealand dollar against the US dollar. Alright, so ever since price touches the low of 0.7706, which is the previous low back in 2013 June, and then it started to rebound. So we're actually looking at a further retracement right now. Right, so this is the weekly chart. So if we base on the previous on the past pattern over here, when price reaches the price of 0.7706 or rather 0.7700, that's where we see price moving into a range. So the key support, the key resistance level that I'm actually looking at is at the Fibonacci retracement level of 38.2% at the price of 0.8138. So that's where I will make it. I'll see if price is going to resume the major trend of a falling trend. Right, but of course the very first level we can look at right now is the price of 0.7973, which is the previous high in the minor trend that is rebounding upwards. Alright, that's for Kiwi against the US dollar. So another pair that I would like to look at is the euro against the euro against the Australian dollar. Alright, so well, this is a daily chart. So we can see the price came down, there is a falling trend channel, and then it breaks upwards, right, and got resisted at the Fibonacci retracement level of 38.2%, which is the price of 1.4576, and then we see the price is being resisted and about to continue to fall. So zooming in a little bit, we can see that there's a reversal candle over here, and price is beginning to fall again, and even cutting below the 200 moving averages. Right, so of course the very first level that I'm gonna look at is probably at the price of 1.4175, and then if it breaks upwards, then the key resistance level would be the 61.8% retracement level at the price of 1.5054. Okay, so that is for the euro against the Australian dollar. Yep. So then finally I would like to touch on the Australian dollar against the US dollar. So this morning itself, coming back to Forex100.com, we can see that the business confidence actually fell by 2 points from the revised data of 7 points for the previous month. But what happened is that, let's zoom into the 15 minutes chart. Alright, so this is where the news is being released, right, over at this area, and price was pretty much little change, or I would say that it did not fall because the business confidence fell. In fact, what happened next is that it resumes to appreciate in the minor trend itself. So basically what does this shows to me is that it seems that traders are still not very favorable in terms of buying the US dollar, right? It seems that they are still pretty much bearish in the short term itself on the US dollar, and of course due to a global economic slowdown, there is demand for the gold, all right. And Australia dollar being a commodity currency, if gold were to appreciate, then it's most likely that Australia dollar will appreciate as well. So this is why, you know, that we are seeing this movement even though the business confidence actually fell. All right. Of course, since I touched about gold, let's take a very quick look on the gold itself. All right. Zooming into the, all right, let's look at the weekly chart itself. We can see that price has touched the bottom, the lowest point, which is at 1,182, and then it started to rebound. All right, zooming into one hourly chart, we can see that there is a rising trend channel. So price has went up, all right, touched the bottom of the trend channel, and it begins to rebound. All right, since last night itself. And the very first resistance level that we're gonna look at is the price of 1,244 at the retracement level of 38.2%. Of course, you can see that this level is a previous support level. So I'm looking at this level to turn into a resistance level, right? A support turn resistance level. All right. So that is the level I'm looking for the gold. So back to the Australian dollar, of course we can see that we can expect price to retrace even further. So two levels to look at. The very first one would probably be the previous high, right, over at this level, 0.8895, or if not, we can expect price to approach a little bit more to 0.8930, which is the retracement level of 38.2%. Okay, so if price were to break lower, well, we'll see about that. I'll touch on it again when price begin to fall and continue the trend of a falling trend. All right, end of the day, fundamentally, we got to know that the Australian dollar is still at a historical high level, and I believe the Reserve Bank of Australia will do something about it. They are not very comfortable with the level right now because it is so-called hindering the efforts of boosting domestic growth, or rather the transition from a mining investment to a domestic growth economy. Alright, so that's all for today, and thank you for watching. I'll see you again.